DeanZine LiveStream. DeanZine LiveStream. DeanZine LiveStream. DeanZine.
Hi everyone, I'm Dean Friedman, Director of the New York School of Synthesis. Here to tell you everything you need to know about the reproductive processes of the yellow speckle-bellied salamander.
Dean!
Sorry. Correction. Actually, I'm here to explain everything there is to know about music synthesis.
No, that's not true. That's not true at all. Hey, everyone. Hi there. Everybody, welcome to my DeanZine live stream here on Sunday, whatever today is. Yes, I'm pleased that everybody is here, and let's see who's around. Oh, Sheffield tuning in again. Hey, Sheffield. Hi from Liverpool. Hey, guys. There's Karen Cottle watching. Lydia Lorraine. Excellent. And Patty Bennett from Cleethorpes. Look at all you good folks. Good evening from the lovely English Lake District. Today is not raining. I'm pleased to hear that. Hi from Kent. Hello, everybody. Look at everybody. So, oh, and thank you. I did have a great birthday yesterday. Was my birthday. I reached the sage old age of 65, and amazingly, I woke up feeling suddenly mature and respectable and filled with wisdom, if you can believe it. And so I finally decided that I would live the rest of my life as a grown-up. You see, I'm wearing my grown-up T-shirt. There you go, grown-up T-shirt. And I'm going to behave accordingly. And so I just wanted to let you folks know that in advance so you're not too overly concerned.
Yes, Dean, that's right. You should start to act your age. I think it's appropriate for you to act be responsible adults now that you have reached the age of retirement. And that's all I have to say.
So, yes, I wanted to make that perfectly clear. Well, let's see here. Oh, that's not good when a man grows up. You know, I think I might agree with you, Cheryl. You don't believe me? Thank you, John. I can't believe you're so skeptical of that. And yet, I guess I can't really argue. So, folks. Oh, listen, you know what? I see folks are joining up. If you guys want to take just half a second and share this feed with all your friends, that would be really cool to spread the word around. So, just go click on the share button wherever it is and share it to your friends and any pages or groups that you might be a part of. And good evening from sunny Cardiff. It's sunny in Cardiff? That's good to know. Hello, everybody from Scotland. And there's the Hursties. Hey, Hursties. Hey, it's always good to see you guys. There's Dean Goodall. Hey, Dean, haha, great guitar, never grow up. There can never be too many Deans in the world, is what I say. You couldn't even see the list move. No. Well, I'll just by the way, I just want to introduce you to Freddie.
Hi, Dean. I'm Freddie.
And you see, Freddie is a work in progress.
What do you mean?
I mean, he is a work in progress because it's hard to get him to talk.
What do you mean?
And play guitar at the same time.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can do all those things at once.
So anyway, I'm gonna put Freddie down and play a song, and then we'll get on with the show. Hello. Hey, Morgan from Baltimore. Nice to see you. And Doug from upstate. And David from Northern Ireland. It's nice to see folks from all corners of the planet. I know I said a moment ago that I was going to be grow up and become more mature and filled with sagacity. It's filled with basil or basil, filled with herbs. But I will add this. Humor me. Humor me. Don't take what I say too seriously. It's not that I am insincere. I really do mean everything I say. It's just that every time you're near, I get carried away. Humor me. Humor me. Any time I get a little silly, please do not try not to be dismayed. You know it's really not my fault. Just take everything I say with a grain of salt. You see, underneath this cynical exterior, there's a child in me waiting for the chance to prove that all my logic is inferior to romance. Humor me. Humor me. Don't be frightened by the things you see. Sure, I know infatuation's all it is, just a stage I'm going through. So don't be overcome by your defenses, and you can even make believe you love me too. And I'll humor you. There you go. So let's see. So many things to do and songs to sing, and plus a very special musical guest coming on in a little bit, Mr. Vance Gilbert. You're gonna love his stuff. He's just a terrific songwriter and performer, and pleased to have him on the show. And he'll be here in a little while. Actually, he's waiting backstage right now, wondering what the hell is going on. But he'll be out shortly. But first, I have to do some business here, which is one thing is you'll recall from last week's show, we had a contest, and it was for Lydia Gin, and it was something that the contest was to go to their website and answer the question, what was it that David and his sister stole when they were little kids? And a lot of people answered and sent in their answers. And the winner, when I draw this, is going to win a bottle of this Lydia Gin. Now, last week, I took a taste. Actually, to be truthful, I took more than a taste. And by the end of the show, I completely lost track of where I was and messed up the words more than usual. I know I messed up a lot of lyrics, but last week it went more than usual. Anyway, it's really delicious, and a lot of people have responded. And so I am now going to do a drawing from my Stites Almond Macaroon jar. Of the look how many things are in there. Look at that, all these people entered, and so now we I don't have a drum roll handy, but the winner of a bottle from the Dilly Dally Distillers of is Paul Turnbull from Barnsley. Paul Turnbull from Barnsley. There you go, Paul. So, Paul, just email just to confirm your shipping address, and you're going to get a lovely bottle of this dry London gin, the Lydia Tangerine Gin, which is really, really nice. And so that's really cool. Oh, and the answer, by the way, is what did they steal? They stole cubes of Jell-O, and that's what we call them here in the States. But over in the UK, they're called jelly, but it's Jell-O or jelly or Jell-O jelly. Anyway, so that's the answer. So let's see. Let's see. And well done, Paul. That's right. Paul, that's spelled better. Well done, Paul from Barnsley. Everyone's happy for you, Paul. A low-key upset. Anyway, but here's the thing. Wait. Now, not to get too carried away, folks, but we have another contest for this week, and there'll be a drawing next week for it. And bear with me while I explain. Now, in the past, you know, I have often on the show acknowledged the generous contributions of Cartmore Building Supplies. They're really good at what they do, and they are based in Scotland, and they do, you know, construction and landscaping projects and building for all over Scotland, and they're really good folks and support the show. And so they're conducting a contest, which you can all participate in right now. And so what they're going to give away is, now this is kind of incredible, so I'm not kidding, this is serious. The winner of this prize, and I'll explain what the contest is, will win 12 square meters of artificial grass. Not joking. Now, this, I'm afraid this can only apply, the only people that can win this artificial grass, unless you pick it up at their location, have to be in mainland United Kingdom. Because otherwise we can't ship 12 square meters of artificial grass across the pond. But so I hope you'll be forgiving of that, my American friends. And so here's the contest. And think of all the things that you could do with that 12 square meters of artificial grass. It's, I think, 3 by 4 meters. You could carpet your living room or your den, or if you have a sandy backyard, you could actually carpet your sandy backyard. So bear with me a second while I get up. Okay, here we go. So here is the quiz. To win this 12 square meters, can't believe I'm doing this. 12 square meters of artificial grass from Cartmore.com, from Cartmore Building Supplies and Landscaping. The question is, who won the Celtic nation's light flyweight title in Glenrothes back in January of this year? Now, the answer can be found in the news section of Cartmore.com. So if you go to Cartmore.com after the show or whenever, figure out who won the Celtic nation's light flyweight title in Glenrothes back in January of this year, and email the answer to me at contest@DeanFriedman.com. That's contest@DeanFriedman.com. And again, that is all thanks to the generous support of Cartmore Building Supplies. We're really good at what we do. Imagine. I think it's only appropriate that I, let's see here. Bring in, wait a minute, hold on. I see some regular visitors who have stopped by, and I'm pleased to see them. So everybody, would you please give a warm welcome to the Scottish Falsetto Sock Puppet Theater. Hey, Socks!
Hello, Dean! Hello, the world!
Hello. That's right, hello, the world, and the world can say hello back to you. Let's see.
Reading the comments of the world. Hello, the world, and your comments.
Let's see. Well, the world will have questions for you in a minute. But in the meantime, I just want to ask, how are the both of you doing?
We are great. And we're looking forward to Vance Gilbert. Oh, sorry, have we spoiled the surprise?
No, that's good. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to Vance, and I suspect Vance has been looking forward to you guys because you are gradually gaining worldwide attention with your antics, and people are unable to ignore your talent for much longer.
Well, we're hoping that Vance is going to prove an education to my idiot friend here, because Vance knows all about science, and you know nothing about science. I know tons about science. Do you? Yeah, I once studied that English scientist who discovered the principles of electromagnetic induction. Faraday? No, I studied him for weeks. I give in.
Okay, well, listen, then we have a lot to look forward to. Now, it is true that you guys have engaged in scientific and educational pursuits. Am I wrong about that, or is that actually the case?
Well, for our various shows, we're obliged to study a lot of subjects, which I then explain to this idiot here. And when we did our show about superheroes, we looked at quite a lot of scientific things, yes.
Okay, and so I understand that you've performed a song that touches on one of these principles, these scientific laws, axioms, yes. So to speak.
Well, in fact, it's a test. I'll just get my piano. You cover for me. Okay, well, he's presupposing I know anything at all about this. Don't worry, I'm back. The subject, you see, is sociology. And there's a woman called Alison Bechdel, and she made up a specific test that explains something that happens in society. And we've got a song about it.
Oh, I can't wait. Well, she's a brilliant cartoonist, illustrator, author of graphic novels, and technically there was even a Broadway play based on one of her graphic novels. So I'm really looking forward to hearing this song that's based on this Bechdel test, as I understand correctly. Is that so?
That's right.
Okay, well, everybody, here are the Scottish falsetto sock puppet theater with a song telling us all about the Bechdel test.
Okay. When you watch a movie, if it's not representative of society in the West, it's not passing the Bechdel test. A work of fiction needs to be reflecting gender equality. If that's not addressed, you're failing the Bechdel test. Is there a situation where two women have a conversation? And when they do, is it okay if the subject's not a blokey? If they manage 2 minutes of dialogue with no men in it, then hooray, success! You've passed the Bechdel test. When you're looking out for it, you'll see how many films ignore it. Of the movie last year we went to, less than 50% do. So watching a film, is it woke or is it all just filled with blokes? Aim to be the best. Passing the Bechdel test. Anytime you're at the flicks, count the scenes with 0 dicks. We'll be impressed if you're passing the Bechdel, passing the Bechdel, passing the Bechdel test. Oi! Turned out nice again.
That was so informative.
Hopefully you're all clued up.
Okay, and I think that our audience probably got a lot out of that. Here's Lindy was really impressed. Now, Facebook user who chooses to be anonymous for some reason, he's apparently besotted with both of you, or besotted. Would that be appropriate? Anyway, so well, you know what? That was a pleasure, Socks. I'm going to do a song here. But I'd love for you guys to stick around and maybe there'll be a chance for you to meet Vance. That'd be great. And I know he's looking forward to meeting you as well. And so thank you for that song, and you hang out, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right?
Thank you.
See you later. Oh my goodness. All right, so well, I'm gonna do another song here over there on the keyboard. So bear with me a second while I mosey on in that general direction. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna. Yeah, I fired my grip, so no one was around to move my gear. And last week I got a lot of comments about singing into a giant microphone. You know, one thing that has started to concern me a little bit about this lockdown, even though there are hints of it gradually easing in some ways, even though fundamentally not much has changed, is that I'm starting to get really used to it. So I'm not sure I want to re-enter society, especially now that I'm a grumpy old man, officially. I sort of have started to embrace all my antisocial instincts. But it's that's not what the song is about, but it just came to mind. What the song is about is it's a love song, but it's in part acknowledging that I don't really know what I'm talking about or what I'm doing. I don't know how anybody does it. I can barely keep up. Every time I make just a little bit of headway, comes another hiccup. Seems like everything I try to do somehow goes wrong. And then you walk through the door, toss your bags and things on the floor. You ask how my day is gone. Into my arms you fall, and nothing else matters at all. I've been struggling 6 ways till Sunday, trying to figure it all out. Just when it starts making some kind of sense, damn if it just don't work out. I can't help but ask myself, what am I doing wrong? And then you take my hand, a teasing joke, a gentle reprimand. Lead me down the hall. As ever I'm in your thrall, and nothing else matters at all. Seems like I'm headed for rock and ruin. I just don't know what I'm doing. Lately I've just about damn near given up all hope of ever catching a break. Every time I score one small victory, it turns out it's just another headache. Some days I simply have no idea why I bother at all. And then you stand on my side, know everything will be alright. As long as I'm here with you. Even with my back to the wall, nothing else matters at all. I don't know how anybody does it. I can barely keep up. So, let's see here. I think it's about time that you've earned a video of Sam and his piano playing cats. So bear with me a second as I do this. And here comes Sam. So that's so be sure to follow Sam. It's Sammy Asher Music on TikTok and all his other places. You can subscribe to him on YouTube. I'll show those links in a minute. But you know what? Actually, I got a couple of minutes before I'm going to bring on Vance. There's one other TikTok video that Sam just put out of him playing some very cool harmonica. So I think you folks will enjoy this. For fans of Sam. So bear with me a second, and here comes Sam again. That's Sam. And like I said, you can follow him on TikTok, Sammy Asher Music, and also on YouTube. And he's been doing a lot of cool stuff. He doesn't. We don't know what he's up to. We have to actually follow him on social media to figure out what the heck he's been doing. And so anyway, that's cool stuff. So anyway, it's about that time where I am pleased and delighted, folks, to bring on our next guest. He's an awesome singer-songwriter and performs all over the states to devoted audiences. And so I'm going to bring her on. Everybody, please say hello. Big warm welcome to Mr. Vance Gilbert. Hey, Vance.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
It's great to see you, man.
Hey, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure, and I see you are comfortably ensconced in the place where you do your own weekly, monthly acoustic pajama party Monday night stream. Is that
Thank
correct?
you so much. Yeah, that's 7:30 Eastern Daylight Time in the States, and I had got great advice from you in keeping the room so that it didn't have the hot spots. So I got all kinds of wrong hand. I got all kinds of stuff piled up in front of the window to keep the bright light from coming in, except for this one spot here. Sorry about that. But
that's right. That's the rays of sunshine coming down from heaven, blessing your enterprise. That's
well, I wish it was that, because that means I could lose some weight. But I don't know what that means either. But yeah.
So well, listen. Just to tell listeners. Well, first I'm going to ask you to sing a song, so folks watching get acquainted with what you do, and then we'll talk about all kinds of stuff like how long we've known each other and how you wound up here, and would you favor us with a song? What are you going to sing for us?
I'm going to do this is my hit. Well, it's a hit in my house anyway. I'm home alone a lot. It's called Pine Whiskey.
All right. Here's Vance Gilbert.
You can live on pie and whiskey, but you surely won't live too long. One is as sweet as your very first kiss, the other gonna go down strong. Neither one will sustain you when the other make your belly lame and go wrong. You can live on pie and whiskey, but you surely won't live too long. You can sing yourself a lullaby like your mama sang to you. Hers was just like a ringing a bell, yours is like a worn out shoe. She had a voice just like honey, yours just like leather nails and glue. You can sing yourself a lullaby like your mama sang to you. Cry like no tomorrow, but yesterday done come and gone. I hijacked the pie and the whiskey, kidnapped your mama's soul. Oh, but worn out shoes are made for walking. You better get walking, 'cause you ain't gonna be here long. You can cry like no tomorrow. You can sing yourself a lullaby. You can live on pie and whiskey, but you surely won't live too long.
awesome. Oh man, that's great. Vance Gilbert.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
That's beautiful. I gotta tell you, I love your imagery and your storytelling and.
Thank you so much, Dean. It means the world. The song that you just played on from keyboards reminds me of what a painter you are. So.
Well,
Wow.
it's funny. Well, it's funny you say that because there's a common denominator there. Because I wrote that song about my wife, Allison.
Oh my
and
goodness!
and
You're gonna tell this story. Go ahead.
Well, picturing her walking in and throwing her shopping on the floor and all of that, imagery and that sense of place and time and her but curiously enough, you knew my wife before I ever met her.
Oh yeah. Well, we were both at college. We were both biology majors at Connecticut College in New London, Connecticut, one of the East Coast states, and it was we had these crushes on each other. And the other one didn't know the other one even liked the other one. I was like, oh, I'd never. She's so. And we would study together. We would study for exams together and such. But she was.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I'll never forget what you did to me. You brought me over for an interview for a show that you did quite a few years ago. And I didn't know that the connection. And we did the whole interview downstairs and everything else. And we went into your kitchen and. I don't know, we had chips and salsa or something, and you said, oh, by the way, I want you to meet my wife. And she comes down the stairs, and I don't remember, I don't know what I dropped salsa on, but I'm sure you haven't gotten the stain out of that. Because I was just like, what? It was really
it was pretty funny.
It was quite funny.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Now that episode was for BBC Radio Scotland. It was actually in, I think, 2008. So
wow.
a dozen years ago, something like that. And you came to the house. And I'm sure you were surprised to begin with, thinking, wait a minute, this is supposed to be for the BBC. How come I'm driving up to this residential block and to this guy's basement? Anyway, I mention it because I put a link to that show on the bottom of the DeanZine LiveStream link. So folks watching, if you go to my website, deanfriedman.com, and then click the DeanZine link and scroll down all the way to the bottom, then you'll find a link to the episode that Vance did as my guest on Real American Folk. And he just... if you want to learn more about Vance and his music, I encourage you to do that because it's cool stuff. And speaking of that, you should also go to Vance's website, vancegilbert.com.
Oh, look at that. Look, am I doing this right? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
And this gets me to show off my lower thirds and my adept video switching like this by hand.
Shoot.
And I mentioned earlier your weekly live stream. It's your Monday night acoustic pajama party, which I have to say I really admire that you actually are doing in your pajamas. And they're not just schlubby pajamas. They're very, fashionable PJs, if I may say.
Well, they're. I call them fashion. I make them fashionable. I tell people they're fashionable, and that in itself makes them fashionable.
Exactly. There you go. Also, folks can follow Vance on Twitter.com/Van Gilbert. And subscribe to his YouTube channel. I urge you folks to do it because he does great stuff. And
thank you for all of that. Look at you doing all that on your.
Like I said, I get to push all these buttons.
Go ahead, man. You're so cool.
Like
look at that down
running
there.
a studio.
I can't even figure what hand does what over here. I keep pointing at stuff that doesn't exist. I'm like.
Yes, sounds great. We'll look at the website. And hello, Vance and PJs.
Thank you, Jacques Flip.
I love your song playing. It's fantastic. It is
Oh,
really tasty,
you're so nice,
say.
Richard. That's so nice. Thank you.
Oh yeah, George Philhauer.
Hey, George, good to see you. Yeah, I see George.
Yeah, we should do a gig together there.
Yeah, it'll be a blast. That'd be a blast.
That sounds great.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So Jack Flip just lost the link, but you know what? If you lost the link, just refresh your browser, and that should be okay. Now,
What? I'm not going to play that song. Somebody requested your hit.
I'm not sure I can hit any of those high notes at this hour myself. So listen, Vance, why don't you play another tune? And this is actually one of my favorite tunes of yours. This is by my special request because it's just a lovely tune. You want to introduce it, please?
Which one did you want?
Well, it has to do with what once was a planet, and
that one. Oh, yeah.
By some definitions, no longer.
This is called "Goodbye, Pluto." Goodbye, Pluto. So long to your tradition and your solo life's ambition of just whirling round the sun. Goodbye, Pluto. Being number 9 was nice till you lost your planetary status. Now you're simply rock and ice. There are 8 that spin before you and they use up all the rays that the sun gives to her children to turn the night to day. So goodbye, Pluto. I know it doesn't seem quite fair. 3,000 million miles away, and God just leaves you there, and I think I understand. When the spin gets out of hand, sometimes all that's left is how to say goodbye. Goodbye, Pluto. All this bidding you do, but both of us know better that your orbiting ain't through. Never mind them, Pluto. With one roll around the sun, 250 years go by, and when that year is done, by that time, Pluto, they'll be dead and gone to dust, taking their equations with them, their opinions gone to rust, and I think I understand. When the spin gets out of hand, sometimes all that's left is how to say goodbye. Roger. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Oh, da da da. Goodbye, old me. You were useful while you lasted. Now I'm dropping off that bastard that kept springtime out of reach. Farewell, you were familiar as you track your way through space. There comes a time when all of us are done and get replaced. So goodbye, Pluto. You'll be salty for a while, but a couple trips around Old Sol and you'll be back in style, and I think I understand. When the spin gets out of hand, sometimes all that's left is how to say goodbye. Sometimes all that's left is how to say goodbye. Oh my God! I'm so good.
I gotta get some applause sound effects in the studio here, because
let me help you out. Let me help.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Well deserved. It's always nice to have an audience in your pocket. Sure, why not?
Yeah, it's a ego in a box is what that is.
Well, but well deserved. And listen, Vance. I know there our friends, the Sox, were eager to meet you and say.
Are
hello.
you kidding me?
So yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna just bring them on to say hello. I know they had some scientific questions to ask you.
Sure.
And, so hold on a second. Here they are back. The Scottish falsetto Sock Puppet Theater. Hey, Sox.
Hey, Dean. Hey, Van.
Hi, Socks.
Love your song about Pluto.
Thank you so much. My cousin loves your stuff.
Bless you.
Yeah, it's like, thank you. It's so wonderful. So wonderful. These are my cousins. I love them.
Where do we stand on cultural appropriation? I think we'll let that one pass.
No, it's not really. He's actually black. It's just he hasn't been outside. He hasn't been out.
Now, did you know that you had relatives in the USA, Sox?
We thought we might, and we're delighted to be extending hands across the ocean.
Or feet, but yeah, I hear you, right?
Exactly.
Nice meeting y'all.
Well, very nice to meet you.
You're welcome.
Now,
Bye.
now let me
Bye-bye.
ask you, Sox, if I could ask, did you have any scientific questions?
Well, you know, not so much question, because I think Vance has really brought us up to speed. Have you learned anything? Well, I mean, I've learned a little bit, but I tell you what, I used to love that scientist on TV who did a program called Cosmos, Carl Sagan. I used to like that scientist on TV who did a program.
No.
You see what I have to deal with?
Oh no.
I see. Well, listen, Sox.
Oh my God.
You know what? I actually have a little bit of business to do because I wanted to invite the audience. This is always dangerous, but I wanted to invite some folks in the audience if they wanted to help me out with a sing-along towards the end of the show. So, you know what? If I could, Sox, if I could invite you back a little bit, if you don't mind hanging backstage. And Vance, if you'll excuse me just for a minute, I want to definitely want to hear another song. But
Where am I going to go?
All right, well, hang out there, and you guys can chat among yourselves on the chat room, and I'll be back with you in just a little bit. Let me try to set up this sing along, and Sox and Vance, I'll be back in a little bit. All right?
Sure. Wait, you gonna leave me alone with the socks?
Well, you and your cousin, their Sox or whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. We'll see you in a minute then, Dean.
I'll see you in a bit. Okay. There you go. So we're gonna have Vance back to do another song in a little bit. But I did want to invite you folks, if anyone wants to help me out with a sing along towards the end. We did it last time. It was a train wreck and a car crash combined all at once, but it was fun. So I'm gonna try it again. And let's see here. I just got to find the link that I wanted to throw up over here. Okay, so folks, anyone viewing out there, now there's only room for about 6 or 7 people at a time, if that. But if you would like to help us with this sing-along, then just go to, on your browser, your Chrome or Edge or Safari browser, type in StreamYard.com/M9AVZFZ924. If you put that URL into your browser, I'll see you backstage, and if we get a handful of people, we can all do the sing-along in a little bit. So I'll give you a minute to figure that out. You can also, actually, you can find that link in the same place I described where Vance's Real American Folk link is. If you go to my website, click on the DeanZine LiveStream picture or text, and scroll way down to the bottom, you'll see this link, and you'll be able to log on even from your smartphone or laptop or desktop, and it'll ask you to allow permissions for your camera and your video and audio, and then you'll be backstage, and I'll see you in a little bit. Meanwhile, if you'll indulge me, may I just remind folks that your contributions help make the DeanZine Livestream possible, and admission is free, or pay what you like, or not. But if you like, you can contribute at paypal.me/Dean Friedman, or I just started a Venmo account, and so you can Venmo at Dean Friedman Music, and that's also much appreciated. I did also want to mention one other. Oh, also you can subscribe to the DeanZine if you want to support on a more long-term monthly basis. And it could be there's tiered levels, and so that it you can start with a modest amount, and you can cancel it at any time you like. Just go to deanfriedman.com/subscribe. It'll show you. Now there was another thing, an announcement that I wanted to make. Oh, okay. So yeah, bear with me a second, folks, while I catch up with all the things I promised that I would do here. On Sunday, June 7th, I'm doing a special DeanZine live stream. And unlike all these other DeanZine live streams, with all the different things going on, it's going to be a pure live concert beginning to end, an all-request live stream. And the set list is going to consist of your suggestions and requests for your favorite songs. So it's a ticketed event, and you can get your tickets in the gig section of my website, deanfriedman.com. Just go to the gig section. You'll see this all request DeanZine live stream as a ticket option. And once you buy tickets, just send me an email saying what songs you'd like me to sing, and I'll put together a set list over those 90 minutes. And I promise to try to rehearse the songs so that I don't mess them up entirely. So it's not going to be your regular DeanZine, but it's going to be an all-request DeanZine live stream. So I invite all you folks to order your tickets in advance. And speaking of Vance, I think I'm going to bring Vance back on after this lengthy diatribe, whatever it is that I'm doing. So let me get rid of that. And let me also, don't forget to let's see, you have my ticket for the 7th. That's great, Jane. That's super. Got my ticket today. Thank you, Elaine. That's excellent. And Jay Russell. That's so cool. And bear with me. All right. We have a guest. It's Paul Birnbaum over there. So stand by, Paul, and we're going to have you sing along. When you join as a guest to the live stream, make sure that you're not watching Facebook, because there's like a 10-second delay between the show live and the Facebook stream. So when you're a guest, you're on the live portion of the show. So if you hear it at Facebook, it's going to be very confusing. So just watch it on the URL, as Paul is doing. And so again, one last time, if you want to join the live stream, just go to that web link in your URL, and you can sing along with us. Actually, you can sing along with us, with everybody. You don't have to join the live stream, but you can sing along in your living rooms or your bedrooms or outdoors, hiking along the trail with your smartphone in your hands. So there you go. Anyway, enough of my blathering and blabbering and dilly-dallying. And welcome back with me, the awesome Vance Gilbert. Hey, hello again, Vance.
Oh, sorry. Hey, how you doing? Sorry about that.
So I'm so glad that you could join me for the show.
Oh, this is a blast. You're genius material, man. This is wonderfully put together. Wonderful.
Well, I'm
Thank you.
still learning my way, and
That-
for anyone
that's-
interested in video production, I'm using something called StreamYard, which allows me to do all these things, like press a button and go, check out more music by Vance Gilbert.
I keep thinking StreamYard sounds like some sort of Michael McDonald tune. StreamYard,
Yeah,
StreamYard. Whoa. Sorry,
it could
I
be
just-
something like that, yeah. Or
Yeah, yeah,
Christopher
sorry.
Cross, it sounds StreamYard. And there's a link to StreamYard at the bottom of that DeanZine page as well. Anyway, Vance, I'd love to hear another song. What do you have in store for us?
I got I know this is one of your favorites. Dear Amelia is the joke on the rest of us. Were you laughing at the instruments that suddenly you were nowhere at all? Dear Amelia, did your Electra let you down? And when all that metal hit, tell me, did you miss your ticker tape parade and your name in the news again? Did you finally find a lover who wouldn't sell your name in a deep blue invitation written on the South Pacific waves? Amelia, Amelia, when the steady glow of the dashboard lights all went black, and you went spinning down, so certain, so true, into the deep, dark blue. Dear Amelia, I'm writing all this down, sealed it in a bottle and sent it on the restless sea to you. Dear Amelia, you know we landed on the moon, and I will get this message through, 'cause if this bottle cracks and breaks like your wings or a heart, it will go spinning down, so certain and so true, into the deep, dark blue.
Vance Gilbert.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, man. That was lovely. And again, just to let listeners know where to find you on YouTube, Vance Gilbert 1958. Oh, that means I'm older than you. See, I was born in 55.
Oh, is that my address on YouTube? I didn't know how that looked. That's how
I
that
think
goes?
so. Yeah, that's one way to
Oh,
find you.
it'll get you close. That's fine. Great.
And on Twitter and all those places.
But your people are so nice. Your the comment stream, there's clapping, and thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for taking me in as part of this thing. It's very cool.
They're good
Just
folks.
wonderful. Yeah, they seem to be.
Cool, excellent. So listen, Vance. I know you got things to do on this Memorial Day, but if you can hang out a little bit, I'd love to have you join us for our sing along.
Hell yeah.
In a little bit. So I'll give you a shout. Stand by.
Yeah, we're
And,
good.
But meanwhile, everybody, make sure you visit all of Vance's places and his website, and I'll see you.
I just wanted to be good for the show. Just
There you
okay,
go.
yep.
So, all right, you take care, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right.
All right, I'm here.
Take care. Thank you, Vance. All right, Vance Gilbert at vancegilbert.com and all those other places. Let me do a song here, and then figure out what to do next. Let's see. Well, actually, this is by request, something off the first album. If I've managed to learn anything at all from what we've done, is that even though it fills the cracks and crevices, a man's the tattered soul still reach the other's nemesis, and two halves do not always make a whole. Though I know you've often heard it said, we're made of sterner stuff. Love is not enough. Love is not enough. And all the things I left unsaid, assuming that you knew, as if there were no question, but that you could read my mind. And all the times I shut you out and left you hanging, me deaf, dumb, and blind. Though I know we vowed to stick it out through the easy and the rough, love is not enough. Love is not enough. And all the stupid games we played to save our tarnished pride, as if there were no question, but that you could read my mind. As if it really mattered which of us was wrong or right. And even as we stood and watched it fall apart, I loved you with all my might. And though the heroes in the paperbacks always wind up in the buff, love is not enough. Love is not enough. So, okay, let's see here. I see Shelley Gilbert from Texas and Paul. So I guess we could actually, no, hold on for a second. I just wanted to, you guys stand by for this sing along a little bit more. I wanted to just grab a couple of more items here. I know a lot of folks have been asking about Aram, my brother Aram, and Brett, and how everybody's doing, and they're okay, and they missed him on the show, and I want to reassure everyone they're all fine, they're okay. and they have their own lives. But I do look forward to them popping up on future episodes of DeanZine LiveStream. But in regards to Vance's "Goodbye Pluto" song, that beautiful song, my brother Aram, he in addition to the work that he does as a video engineer, he he actually sells miniature planetariums, and he goes to schools and museums, and he sets up this huge half dome and projects this high definition, real time virtual display of not just our solar system, but our galaxy, the Milky Way, and other galaxies beyond our galaxy, and other galaxies beyond those galaxies, all through the universe. And so when I was talking about the show, I just want here's a clip of Aram with his. And all right. So listen, I'm going to try this ridiculous song. I'm going to bring first. Let's say hello to Paul. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Can you hear me all right?
Dean.
It's
Happy
Paul
birthday.
Birnbaum, and he has much expertise in this area of not just astronomy but science fiction astronomy and multiple universes. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
Now, was there a headline recently that was
Oh god.
trending that scientists discovered a parallel universe that is going backwards in time? Would you care to illuminate that story, educate us on that?
I read the story.
Okay.
The actual math supports that kind of existence, and they seem to have found evidence that it can exist, but they did not actually look through and wave high. So we're not in the we've discovered parallel universes zone yet.
So there may or may not be a parallel universe.
No, but the math supports it. Physics, the
supports
actual laws of physics support the existence
of a parallel universe that's not just parallel, but going backwards in time. So there's a big clock in there, and it's going counterclockwise.
And they found it because they thought that particles that should fall to Earth were coming up from Earth. Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. Is there any way possible that we could just attach ourselves to that parallel universe, go back about 3.5 years, and then start again? Any chance of that?
Well, that would take destroying both universes and reformulating them. So no, I don't think so.
All right. It was just worth the thought. That's consideration. And let me also invite Shelley Gilbert. Hello, Shelley. How you doing?
Hey, Dean, I'm fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine and see you fine. And Shelley and I went to high school together at Paramus High, deep in the bosom of suburbia. And where I spent a year, 10th grade, before finding my way somewhere across the river. And so you're in Texas. How's life in the great Texas, the state of Texas?
Well, the life inside my house is okay, and from what I can tell, some people are coming back out, but I'm not yet.
All right. Well, you stay safe. That's a good, rational thing to do. Yeah. Now, I'm going to grab my guitar and.
I hope you have your guitar's consent.
what's that?
Consent, Dean.
Oh, my guitar's consent. Yes, I'm gonna grab my. This is not a Me Too guitar. This is a mine guitar, and bear with me a second. I just want to set something else up here. I've got to find this. Okay, there we go. Okay, I know where that is. So
I feel like when I look at the Facebook feed, I've turned 30 seconds back in time.
Oh, that's right. Well, that is a mode of time travel, going to Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to bring back, hey, Vance. How you doing there,
Hey,
Vance?
how you doing? Good to see you.
Thank you
Hey.
again for joining us. That's Paul and Shelley, and also there's the sock puppets.
Oh, I know
The
Shelley.
sock puppets.
Shelley and I are related because we're both
We
Gil-
are.
We're both
We
Gilbert.
must be.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
See, we know.
Okay.
I've
Excellent.
known Shelley. Shelley's my ex-wife. We were never mind, but wait, whatever. You just go with yourself.
We have Kerrville stories, right?
Oh my God, that's right. Okay, yeah, sure.
Well, there's the serendipity of this DeanZine LiveStream, and now listen. This is always a risky proposition because of the delay and a little bit of echo and reverb. But I'm gonna get a kick out of trying it anyway. And I urge everyone else out there watching this, for whatever reasons, that you should sing along, because here's the thing, and I know Vance and everybody else will agree, is that singing is really just fun to do. We don't do it for the money because we don't make any money doing this, but singing is good, and it keeps you healthy, and it's good for your lungs. So if you're sitting there in your living room or wherever you are, you should sing along with us on this very admittedly silly song, which I'm going to try to remember. And actually, I'm going to put some of the lyrics up that I can refer to. Now, this song is kind of relevant in this peculiar times, as you'll see why briefly. And the reason being is I know in these days, there's this whole prepper movement. People that have been, way before we were in lockdown and hunkered down, that they were living off the grid and not relying on anything but themselves and with their own solar power, and 3 years worth of peanut butter and food, dry food and canned food, in case of the pending whatever they imagined the apocalypse to be. And a lot of those preppers are going, see, we told you so. You're going to be locked down. The world's coming to an end. You have to be prepared. I'm not entirely convinced that's the case. I think we still got a good shot of hanging in there and surviving if we're helpful and hopeful and support each other as opposed to tell everybody to fuck off. But that's just my opinion. And but I wrote this song in the spirit of getting away from it all and trying to avoid disaster. And I'm going to sing it. I'll sing the chorus. And so you learn to, oh, there's the Sox with their instruments. Excellent. Okay, I'm so pleased to see the Sox standing by. Now, I'm going to sing this chorus. I urge you all to sing along. It's going to be a little out of time. That's okay. And everyone at home. And here is the song. Won't you come live with me in my fallout shelter? It's radiation free in my fallout shelter. We'll burrow underground. I've got 10,000 rounds. I've got 10,000 rounds in my fallout shelter. Everyone got that chorus?
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me get those lyrics up again.
Burrow underground.
Okay, so and here there'll be, now you have to pay attention to this song because there's going to be a quiz afterwards. There'll be 22 cases of yellow shoelaces, 33 boxes of bagels and loxes, 44 tons of cinnamon buns, 55 pounds of Peter Paul almond mounds. Everybody ready? Won't you come live with me in my fallout shelter? It's radiation free in my fallout shelter. We'll burrow underground and we'll be safe and sound. I've got 10,000 rounds in my fallout shelter. I've got all these supplies in my fallout shelter, and we'll be well looked after, and with all the necessary resources. I've got 12 feet of shredded wheat, 13 jars of fine cigars, 14 bags of American flags. I didn't forget about my friends in the UK. We got 15 sacks of Union Jacks and 16 jugs of chocolate-covered bugs. Everybody, oh, won't you come live with me in the fallout? It's radiation-free in the fallout. We'll burrow underground and we'll be safe and sound. I've got 10,000 rounds in the fallout. That's right, we are well stocked in the fallout shelter in case of impending doom, and so we also have lots and lots of army cots, rows and rows of pantyhose. That's for filtering out the water to keep particulates out, and several bins of safety pins, a whole vat of chicken fat, and an entire room of Sense Amelia in full bloom. Won't you come live with me? It's radiation free. We'll burn underground and we'll be safe and sound. I've got 10,000 rounds. That's very good, everybody. Hold on now. Let me just. I just want to check one thing here. Now, hopefully you've all been paying attention, because now here's the quiz part. And the question is, see if you can remember what's in the fallout shelter. Ready? There'll be 22 cases of
Shoelaces.
yellow shoelaces. That's right. And 33 boxes of
Union Jack. Cracker Jack, Union Jack.
That's right. And 44 tons of
Cinnamon bun.
excellent, and 55 pounds of
Peter
Paul Mound.
That's right. Oh, won't you come live with me? It's radiation free. We'll burn underground and we'll be safe and sound. I've got 10,000 That's right. And what else do we have? I've got 12 feet of
shredded wheat.
That's right. And 13 jars of
Hershey bars.
and fine cigars.
Whoa.
That's good. And 14 bags of
American flags.
and 15 sacks of
Union Jack.
That's right. And Cracker Jacks.
And Cracker Jack.
And 16 jugs of
Chocolate covered bugs.
That's right. Oh, won't you come live with me in my fallout? It's radiation free. We'll burn underground and we'll be safe and sound. I've got 10,000. That's right, exactly. And one last verse here to remember. We've got lots and lots of
Army cots.
That's right. Paul's got it. And rows and rows of
Pantyhose.
Funny looking hose.
You know, actually socks. We might be able to set you up with those pantyhose.
Oh, we're up for that.
Several bins of.
Safety pin.
That's right. And a whole vat of.
Chicken fat.
There you go. And an entire room. I'm talking about a huge grow room.
Sense
Amelia in full bloom. Won't you come live with me? It's radiation free. We'll burn underground and we'll be safe and sound. I've got 10,000
That was a kick.
Well, that was awesome. You guys were great. That was a terrific job. So, well, thank you for joining me on that. I thought that worked out brilliantly. And let me tell you,
we can't get that hour back. Is there a way to go back in time and get this hour back?
You have to talk to Paul. He's the physicist. So and let me just say, I want to. Shelley and Paul, thank you for joining us on this sing-along. I want to thank the Sox for joining us on this show. You guys were terrific.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Actually, you know what? There was the Sox don't mind sticking around. I had another question for you, Sox. So, and I wanted to say a very warm thank you to Vance for enduring what you just did, and for joining us. And so, you guys, I'm gonna send you back off into outer space here. And chat with the Sox for a little bit. But you be well and take care, and I'll see all you guys soon, all right? Well, that was quite amazing.
Yes. Our time delay seems to have increased with the explanation of the universe that goes backwards.
It is a little mind-boggling, to be honest. I'm not sure I have fully wrapped my head around the concept, but I am consoled by the fact that, like Superman, flying quickly around the planet Earth to reverse time to fix disastrous events, that there is always that potential.
Yes, because that's everybody's favorite part of that movie, and one that's never been criticized in the subsequent 40 years.
You make a very valid point there. Now, Sox, I did want to ask you something, and it's to do with what we just sang about, storing necessary items in our fallout shelter. Now, I know that you are collectors of all kinds of potions and ointments and lotions and spices and things along those lines.
Oh, yes. You see, the thing is, smell is a very important factor when you're a pair of socks. So
I bet.
What I've been looking into is aromatherapy and perfumes. Do you like perfumes? Sure. What have you got? Oh, I've got lots of things. Cedarwood? No. Where is it? Where's what? The wood. What wood? You said cedar wood. You want cedar wood? Yeah, I want a cedar wood. Show me the wood. What wood? Forget the wood. Do you have anything for someone who's a bit unsteady on their feet? Tea tree? I am a bit. What have you got? Well, what about ylang ylang? What about ylang ylang? Do you like ylang ylang? I like everything the Bay City Rollers ever did. Give me some ylang ylang. Balsam? No, just for my shoulders. Do you want the lavender? And no thanks, I've just been. I tell you what, have you got anything that would suit my twin brother? Clone? No, but people do see we look alike. Jasmine? No, he's more of an opera lover. What have you got? Patchouli, bless you. What have you got? Eucalyptus? No, it's just the way I'm standing. Listen, have you got any nice smelling oils? Nearly. You've nearly got some. When are they coming in? No, they're here already. Okay, are you going to show me some nice smelling oils? Nearly. Okay, I'm waiting. When you're ready, come on, show me something. Nearly. Okay, forget it. Not everybody would be this patient. Sandalwood, I bet he would, but I'm in a hurry. Listen, do you fancy a bergamot? You're right. Forget the perfume. Let's go to McDonald's. Oh, no, lockdown. Yeah, needed a better punchline for that, eh?
Well, you know what? That was brilliant. I got to say, and I just want to remind our viewers that you can follow the Scottish Falsetto Sock Puppet Theater on their Facebook page, facebook.com/Scottish Falsetto Socks. There you go. And also on Twitter, they do a lot of tweeting, and at Falsetto Socks. And I encourage folks to do so. They offer a perspective on our troubled world that I think can illuminate and inform and reassure us.
We do our best
Yes, absolutely.
with limited resources.
Absolutely. There you go. And that's how we all need to face the coming days. So I just want to thank you again, Socks. It's always a pleasure to see you. And drop by anytime. I'll be well. I'll see you soon, okay?
Thank you, Dean. Thank you, world. Good night.
Good night. All right. Well, that almost brings us to the end of this episode of the DeanZine LiveStream. I'll finish off with one last song. But again, if you'll indulge me, my commercial announcement, which is that contributions to this indie effort are always appreciated at paypal.me/Dean Friedman or Venmo at Dean Friedman Music. I mentioned earlier as well that any folks that are in a position to support the show on a long-term monthly basis, there's now a subscription, which you can find at deanfriedman.com/subscribe. And it could be, as little as £5 or £10 a month, and it can be canceled at any time. Anyway, the point simply is that if I can get a threshold number of subscribers on a regular basis, it'll make this a whole endeavor less panicky. But I do appreciate all your ongoing support. And again, to remind folks that what am I looking for here? I know I was looking for something here. Yeah, and here I thought I had the whole thing. Okay. Yes, I wanted to one last time remind folks to join me on my All Request DeanZine LiveStream Sunday, June 7th. It's a ticketed event, but I'll be just singing songs according to a playlist that you devise. So you get to devise the playlist. Once you get a ticket, just send me an email with your top 3 song choices, and I will craft a set list from that. I think I got time for this one last song, which I'm going to sing for you now. And I'd say that this is in the spirit of what we've been talking about, inspired by Vance Gilbert's Goodbye, Pluto. It's such a beautiful song. And this is a song that I wrote a long time ago. And it was meant to go on a third album until it was aborted. And I was promptly... anyway, that's a long story. But it's always been a favorite of mine. I've never actually recorded it. I might wind up in an album one of these days. But give me a second. You come from Venus, I come from Mars, and where Saturn was rising, we made love under the stars. We're 2 different planets, light years apart. Somehow you've taken up permanent residence inside my heart. Little green lady, just let me say, love for you is as big as the Milky Way. It's as big as the Milky Way. Your mama don't like me, she says I'm no good. Your daddy would put a bullet right through my head if he could. You say it don't matter, the things that they say, and I know that it does, and still you're here with me anyway. Little green lady, know we'll have problems. I'm not that naive. With each of us pretty much set in the things we believe. I know it's not easy for two people to change. And what's more, good Lord, you know our kids are gonna look pretty strange. I'm a little green lady, just let me say, my love for you is as big as the Milky Way. It's as big as the Milky Way. Little green lady, just let me say, my love for you is as big as the Milky Way. It's as big as the Milky Way. So everybody, that's the DeanZine LiveStream for this week. Everybody be well. Stay tuned for next Sunday. We got another great show. And meanwhile, everybody be well and be safe. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye.
DeanZine LiveStream. DeanZine LiveStream.